a moment. Most of us have had it at least once. You are sitting somewhere quiet. Maybe it is morning. Maybe it is late at night. And you look around at your life. Not the big picture, not the future, not the goals. Just this room, this week, this version of you. And somewhere inside, a quiet voice asks, is this the life I actually want to be living? Not a dramatic question, not a crisis, just a gentle, honest wondering. If you have ever felt that quiet wondering, welcome. This video is for you, because today we are not going to talk about success. We are not going to talk about becoming more productive or fixing what is broken in you. We are going to do something much quieter than that. We are going to look at the inner architecture of a full human life, the invisible structure that holds everything you feel, everything you do, everything you long for together. Before we go any further, I want you to do one small thing. Wherever you are right now, sitting, lying down, maybe you are outside somewhere, just breathe. One slow breath in and out. Good, because the thing about inner architecture, the structure of a life, is that you cannot see it clearly when you are rushing. You can only see it when you slow down enough to actually look. And that is what this space is for. This is not a motivational video. This is not a checklist. This is a mirror. And the mirror is very simple. It is the week you just lived. The ordinary, unremarkable, very real week that passed through your hands without much ceremony. That week with all its small moments, its moods, its quiet victories, and its gentle disappointments. That week is your inner architecture. I want to walk you through something. Think of your inner life as a house, not a grand, perfect house, a real one. A house with 7 rooms. Each room represents a different part of you that was alive this week. And as I describe each room, I want you to gently notice, which rooms did you visit? Which ones did you avoid? Which ones need a little more light? Room 1, the room of the body. The first room is the simplest, and often the most forgotten. It is the room of your body. This week, did your body feel like home? Or did it feel like something you were just carrying around? Did you sleep? Really sleep? The kind where you woke up and felt like yourself? Did you eat something that felt like kindness toward yourself? Did you move? Not because you had to, but because your body asked you to. The body is not separate from your inner life. It is your inner life wearing a physical form. When this room is neglected, when we forget to sleep, forget to eat well, forget to let ourselves rest, the other 6 rooms get darker too. Not because you did something wrong, but because the body is the floor of everything. This week, maybe you did well in this room. Maybe you did not. Either way, just notice, without judgment, just honest, soft noticing. Room 2, the room of feeling. The second room is the one most people walk past quickly. It is the room of feeling. Not the big feelings, the dramatic ones. Those are easy to notice. I mean the quiet, background feelings feelings that colored your week like watercolor on paper? Were you anxious this week? Not screaming, crisis-level anxious, just that low hum of unease that sat behind everything you did. Were you lonely? Even around other people? That particular kind of alone that has nothing to do with being by yourself. Were you grateful? Did something small stop you? A smell, a laugh, a piece of light on the wall? And for just a second, you felt glad to be alive. The room of feeling is not a problem to solve. It is a landscape to walk through honestly. When we pretend it is not there, we do not become stronger. We just become more disconnected from the deepest part of ourselves. This week, what was living in this room? Room 3, the room of connection. The third room is about other people. Not your to-do list with people in it. Not your obligations. The actual felt experience of being connected to another human being. Did you have a conversation this week where you felt truly heard? Not just listened to, but understood. Where the other person looked at you, and you did not have to explain yourself from the beginning. Did you offer that to someone else? Did you sit with someone, even for 5 minutes, and give them your full, unhurried presence? The quality of our connections is one of the clearest windows into the quality of our inner life. Because when we are disconnected from ourselves, we become unreachable to others. And when we are at home in ourselves, we become, almost effortlessly, more present for the people we love. Room 4, the room of meaning. This room is the one that changes everything when it is lit up, and makes everything feel hollow when it is dark. The room of meaning. Did anything you did this week feel like it mattered? Not mattered to the world, necessarily. Not mattered in a big, important way. Just mattered to you. Did you create something? Even something small, a sentence, a drawing, a meal made with attention. Did you help someone? Not out of guilt or obligation, but because something in you genuinely wanted to. Did you learn something new? Did your mind stretch in some direction? And you felt that small, quiet pleasure of understanding something better than before. The room of meaning is not about purpose with a capital P. It is about the daily experience of feeling like your actions are connected to something you actually value. When this room is empty, life starts to feel like going through motions. When it is alive, even an ordinary Tuesday can feel quietly beautiful. Room 5, the room of stillness. This is the room most of us have nearly forgotten exists. The room of stillness. Not sleep, not scrolling, not watching something while half present. Actual stillness. The experience of being with yourself without any distraction. Did you have even one moment this week where you sat with yourself in silence, where you were not performing for anyone, not even for the version of yourself you are trying to become, just here, breathing, existing, without agenda? I know how strange it can feel at first. When we sit in stillness, the mind rushes in. The to-do lists arrive. The worries surface. The uncomfortable feelings we have been outrunning finally catch up. But here is the quiet secret about this room. The longer you stay in it, the more it starts to feel less like emptiness and more like fullness. The fullness that was there all along, underneath the noise. Room 6, the room of growth. The sixth room is gentle. It is not the room of ambition. It is not the room of hustle. It is the room of growth, which is a very different thing. Growth is not always visible. It does not always announce itself. Sometimes it looks like a hard conversation you finally had. Sometimes it looks like putting down a habit that was no longer serving you, not dramatically, just quietly. Sometimes it is simply deciding to respond instead of react, to pause instead of rush, to choose kindness toward yourself when your old pattern would have been harsh. Did you grow this week? Not in a way the world would notice, in a way you would notice. Some small, real shift in how you moved through your days. Room 7, the room of joy. The last room is the one we sometimes forget to give ourselves permission to visit. The room of joy. Not happiness, joy is different. Happiness is what happens when things go well. Joy is what lives underneath, regardless. It is the laugh that surprises you, the song that comes on, and for 3 minutes, you are completely elsewhere in the best way. The afternoon that had no plan and became the best part of your week. The silly, small, utterly unimportant moment that filled you up more than anything important did. Did you let yourself experience joy this week? Not earned joy, not deserved joy, just joy that arrived and you let it in. So 7 rooms. The body, feeling, connection, meaning, stillness, growth, and joy. Take a quiet moment here. Which rooms did you live in this week? Which ones felt warm and full? And which ones, honestly, were you a little afraid to enter? Because here is what I have come to believe about the inner architecture of a full human life. A full life is not a perfect life. It is not a life where every room is always lit. A full life is a life where you are honest about which rooms are dark, and you move toward them with curiosity instead of judgment. Gently, slowly, the way you would move toward a child who is afraid, not demanding anything, not forcing change, just showing up and staying. Your week was a mirror. Every mood, every choice, every conversation, even the ones that seemed trivial, they were all showing you something about where you are living inside yourself right now. Not as a verdict, not as a judgment, as information. Beautiful, honest, useful information. The mornings you rushed through. What were you avoiding feeling? The evenings you spent numbing yourself with screens. Was there something in the stillness that felt too loud? The moments you were short with someone you love. What was living in your room of feeling that you had not yet acknowledged? The quiet satisfaction you felt when you finished something, helped someone, learned something. That was the room of meaning, asking to be visited more often. The sudden laugh that caught you off guard, joy, knocking at the door. Your week is not a failure. Your week is not a success. Your week is data, gentle, honest human data about the shape of your life right now. And the question is simply this: is this the shape you want? When we talk about building a beautiful life, most of us think about the outside, the job, the home, the relationship, the body, the achievements, the places we go, the things we own. But the outer life is always a reflection of the inner one. The inner architecture comes first. And the inner architecture is built not in grand moments, but in small, consistent acts of care toward the 7 rooms we just walked through. It is built in the morning when you pause, just for 30 seconds, before reaching for your phone. It is built when you choose once to say what you actually feel instead of what is easier. It is built when you let yourself sit in stillness long enough for it to stop being uncomfortable. It is built when you water the room of meaning. Even just 5 minutes of creating or helping or learning something real. It is built when you let joy in, not after you deserve it, not after you finish everything, but now, today, as you are. I want to leave you with something, not an action plan, not a challenge, an invitation. This week, just notice. That is all. Notice which room you wake up in. Notice which room pulls you through the day. Notice, with genuine gentleness, which rooms you have been locking from the inside. You do not have to fix anything yet. You do not have to change dramatically. Just be honest with yourself, the way a good friend is honest. Not cruel, not demanding, just clear and kind. Because the path to a full, beautiful life does not begin with a revolution. It begins with a quiet, honest look at the week you just lived, at the rooms you visited, at the person who moved through those 7 spaces, doing the best they could with everything they had right now. That person, the one you are being so hard on sometimes, deserves more light. Not tomorrow, now. We come back to where we began. A quiet moment, a warm cup, a window with light, and one simple question that is actually the most important question you can ask yourself this week. What does my inner life need more of? Not your schedule, not your output, not your performance, but your inner life, the rooms where you actually live. You know the answer. It is already there, somewhere quiet in you, waiting for you to go still enough to hear it. If something in this video touched something in you, I want you to know that feeling is not an accident. That feeling is you recognizing yourself. And that recognition is the beginning of everything. Take your time with what you heard today. There is no rush. A beautiful life is not built in one video, or one week, or one grand decision. It is built the way all good things are, slowly, honestly, and with great care. Stay with beautiful voices. We will be here as often as you need in the quiet.